In the galaxy, surrounded by many planets, asteroids, dust, helium, heat, and energy. All of this are the main compositions to make a galaxy complete. Anything are super finely tuned from minor up to major compositions. If one doesn't exist, then it would not longer be a galaxy. This is Earth, a 4.6 billion years old. Earth is unique than any other planets because of its many characteristics. Top of that is because of the four spheres, namely the atmosphere, the biosphere, the hydrosphere, and the geosphere. Let us know what is geosphere. Geosphere serves as our bed, shelter, and the main source of food for our own daily lives. Had you imagined Earth without land? We can't survive. As the time passed by, 100 and 1,000 years, progress are always running. Together with this is the modernization. Modernization is a transformation from a traditional, rural, agrarian society to a secular, urban, industrial society. Most animals, as well as plants, live in rural areas. Why? Because there is no pollution, and almost all of their necessities are in there, especially the food. To modernize a society is first of all to industrialize it. But the question would be, how does modernization or global urbanization affects the geosphere? Did you know that humans cause erosion at a rate of 10 to 15 times faster than any natural process? This was proved by Bruce Wilkinson, a sedimentary geologist. The main cause of man-made erosion is agriculture, followed by construction and mining. Urban people changed their environment through consumption of food, energy, land, and water. In turn, the polluted urban environment affects the health and quality of life of the urban population. The urban population in 2014 accounted for 54% of the total global population, up from 34% in 1960, and continues to grow. The urban population growth in absolute numbers is concentrated in the less developed regions of the world. It is estimated that by 2017, even in less developed countries, a majority of people will be living in urban areas. Urban drainage systems increase runoff to creeks and rivers. The larger velocity, volume, and duration of flow on stream banks intensifies the erosion and sediment transport from the landscape and stream banks. This causes channel erosion, clogs stream channels, and habitat damage. Urbanization has shown a decline in supplies and resources for species. there has also been a decrease in diverse animal and plant breeds because of the lack of resources. Not only is urbanization killing resources, but in the long run, it's also killing plants and animals, which can cause a major traffic cascade in that community.
It's a structure of business going down from tiers of how it branches off and forms a pyramid to get things done.
Then the second one, which do you prefer, the modernized community or the classic one or the traditional one?
Probably modern, because it's probably evolved better and has a more efficient.
That's a double-edged question. Society should always be progressive, otherwise we'll end up, just like the Spartans or just like the Greeks. They're not here anymore. We'll be extinct. But it should go hand in hand with nurturing what's here, what's natural. It was said, if you watch National Geographic, among the species created by God, it's only man who can actually preserve what he's created. And the others, they cannot.
Sir, what can you say about the modernization of our nature?
Well, modernization of nature, what I can say about it is that there are times it's progressive, it actually benefits society, but there are times where it's unchecked, wherein it sacrifices nature and its well-being versus nature and its well-being in relation to the needs of people, the wants, those things that we can actually let go of. At the end of the day, I would say it's kind of 50-50 thing. Some places it works, some places it doesn't.
The answer is yes or no. Yes, kasi we're trying to keep up with the first world country. Even though we're tagged as a third world country, we're trying to keep up with some other countries so that, to keep a name on, let's face it, we're trying to keep a name. We're trying to keep a face in front of everybody in the world that we're like, we can do this. Filipinos are trying their best to do their best, but it's not that Filipinos are the ones that's really modernizing the country. It's the Chinese, the Americans, the Taiwanese. They are contributing a lot in the business of the country. They are trying their best to maybe not overcome, but revolutionize the Philippines, modernize the Philippines. They're trying to put up their businesses here, trying to palaguin yung mga business nila dito, which causes a lot to us Filipinos because it brought us work. We can feed, with that work we can feed a lot of people. We can survive. We can have work. In short, they give us work. Those foreigners that is trying to modernize the country is giving us work that is giving food to the mouth of our families, giving us what we wanted, giving us money to buy everything that we wanted, but it's not enough, and it costs us a lot than they are, because they're not the ones who's living in this country. They are not the ones who need to go back because this is not their country. What happens to us after they're gone through, after their work, after their business is we suffer a lot. when they left us, with all this modernization that is happening, what can you see when it's raining? What can you see to our mountains? Those miners, those buildings, those roads that they are trying to make because they wanted, as for them, they wanted us to keep up with them. But we cannot keep up. We have our own pace, but they are not listening. Our country is not listening. The government is not listening. You can see it at how they made MOA, at how they put a large lump of soil. We can say it's already land because it's already there. You can put, because MOA is like an artificial land. Just the big one that most of us are being afraid of to come is will vanish, will drown it into ground, and there's no way that it will survive due to that because it's an artificial land. You cannot do anything about it. People, I'm thankful. One of the things that I'm thankful for Imelda, giving artists their place, which is known as the CCT, the CPP, Cultural Center of the CPP. You might not know about CCT, the land where it's on, is an artificial land also. It's an artificial land that Imelda decided to put in because, according to her, she wanted a place for the artists in the Philippines. I'm thankful for her for that. I'm thankful for it there. But you might not, you never know what will happen. I'm thankful for the businesses that is here in the Philippines because it is giving us work. But they are being too much. So many trees, so many lands are being demolished, being flattened. I mean mountains being flattened because of what they're trying to do. I wish I would have never lived at this time to experience all of this because there's two millennials that have tried to cry, being born in the 1990s. You can see the difference. Being cold as a millennial is not a good thing, really, because you're exposed to anything and anything new. This might be good to hear. Modernization might be good to hear in here. But at the root of it, at the end of it, you will suffer more. Modernization will cost you more than your life.
I am not encouraging you to stop modernization. Perhaps I embolden you, all of you, to make a move and be a protector of it. A protector that will care, support, and love one of the God's creation. The land.